this guy is for real. I feel I'll be sharp on the day, and that's what's going to make the difference, definitely. Mi oponente creo que es un oponente bastante fuerte y es muy completo en todas las áreas. Yo vengo a ganar, vengo por la victoria. I don't see why I'm going to lose this fight because I feel sharp everywhere, and it's that simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter into the cage. From Gran Canaria, Daniel Requeijo.
More action in the Cage Warriors featherweight division for you now on UFC Fight Pass. Making his way to the cage for his Cage Warriors debut, Daniel Requeijo. Making his way to the cage from Gran Canaria tonight, and what a first test on Cage Warriors in the shape of Narimani, the former title challenger.
Yeah, it's a very interesting fight. Narimani's very underrated, but as we've said, he's been out for around a year, only one fight. In the time Narimani's been inactive, Requeijo has been extremely busy and has been picking up wins on the Spanish circuit. He holds a title in another organisation, and he's been finishing people too. And that's what makes it really, really intriguing. He's not fought anybody of Narimani's level, but you know, he's been impressive. He's been impressive in his on the Spanish circuit, and I'm intrigued to see what he's going to do.
Well, aside from being a professional fighter and, as you say, a domestic champion over in Spain, he's also an active serviceman, member of the armed forces in his home country. He spends a lot of time teaching young kids the martial arts as well, and he's a family man, so definitely a lot going on for Daniel Requeijo. He's very keen to let us know that there's more to him than just fighting, but it's the fighting we're interested in tonight, and he's going to have a heck of a fight on his hands against, as you quite rightly say, one of the more underrated guys on the circuit in Narimani.
100%. And you know, as soon as the fight was offered, him and his camp, they took the fight. They didn't care. They want to chase this opportunity as well. They want to prove themselves. You know, that they're at that level, and with a really solid record of 7-2, yeah, he's going to bring a lot to the cage tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from Bristol, England, Narimani.
And the former Cage Warriors featherweight title challenger Narimani making his way to the cage. And if we cast our minds back in to that title fight, a thrilling title fight it was against Alex Englund, that was not one-way traffic. It was a very, very even contest, and I believe Nad, but he was a little bit grieved after that he perhaps didn't get the nod on the judges' scorecard, and certainly now he's going to be looking to get back on Cage Warriors, pick up a big win here, and get straight back in the mix for that 145-pound belt.
Yeah, 100%. I was incredibly pleased when Narimani was available. I think he was kicking himself a bit after dropping early rounds in his 5-round fight against Alex Englund back in 2014. But he was finished very strongly in rounds 4 and 5 and hurt England very, very late on, as some people might recall. You know, winning his 2 Cage Warrior wins against Benjamin Brander and Theo Michailidis, he looked very dominant. A beast on the ground. Really control both fighters, but hurt the guys on the ground. And he showed before against Graham Turner as well. Yeah, he's not afraid to stand against the striker. This is, a modern mixed martial art. It's extremely powerful. And speaking to him earlier, he really wants to make an impression. He's been very frustrated with the timeout. And as I said, he is underrated. In an interview this week, he said, he doesn't talk as much as some of the other guys and feels he gets overlooked as a result. But that old cliche, he does his fighting in the cage, and it's true. And this is a big opportunity for him right now. And we're going to see the same in the next 2 fights as well. There's a lot of opportunity right here.
Absolutely, Cage Warriors has been providing these incredible opportunities, as you say, Ian. Over 70 of our Cage Warriors alumni have made their way to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And Narimani, two of his biggest fights on Cage Warriors, the loss to Alexander and the loss to Graham Turner, very, very close fights, and you know that Narimani is going to be in here tonight to make a statement and pick up a decisive victory against Daniel Requeijo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cage Warriors present 3 5-minute rounds of action in the featherweight division, live and exclusive on UFC Fight Pass. And in the blue corner with a record of 7 wins and 2 defeats, he stands at a 5'7" and weighs in 145 pounds even. From Gran Canaria, Daniel Requeijo. And his opponent fights at the red corner, the record of 8 wins and 2 defeats. He stands in a 5'8" and weighs in 144.9 pounds. From Bristol in England, Narimani. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Pete Lavery.
Referee Pete Lavery about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds if they need them. Cage Warriors featherweight division. Narimani in the purple, Daniel Requeijo in the blue.
Requeijo comes out fast straight away. Has had 2 knockout wins already this year in March and April back in Spain. And Narimani, you know, he's already said before, he's frustrated about his decision losses. Be interested to see if he's going to keep a fast pace. Great jab there by Narimani.
Fantastic stuff there from Daniel Requeijo too, with the hands, looking very sharp on his feet.
Yeah.
Oh, clubbing right there from Narimani.
Yeah, definitely. Requeijo, though, not backing down. Interesting side note. I mean, originally he wanted to fight Paddy Pimblett. You know, he isn't afraid. He was upset when Pimblett wasn't available, but when Narimani was, he just leapt at the opportunity.
And that's the kind of fighter that we like to see, and the Cage Warriors fans like to see. Absolutely fearless is Daniel Requeijo.
Yeah, definitely, and looking for takedown. Pressuring Narimani against the cage. I wasn't expecting that. You know, Narimani usually likes to bully people, boss people around the cage himself.
When we talk about these fighters who compete on the French circuit, the Spanish circuit, and other places in Europe, they can sometimes be an unknown quantity, but because of the sort of fractured nature of MMA in those places, you occasionally will get a guy you might not have heard of, turns out to be incredibly capable, and we're seeing that right now with Daniel Requeijo. He's got a submission attempt in here. I'd be very surprised if he managed to finish anything like this against a fighter of Narimani's caliber, but Daniel Requeijo not here to make up the numbers, Ian.
Yeah, a bright spot there. You know,
Busy, guys.
those cynics who, you know, could accuse us of bringing in international talent to lose to our domestic guys. This isn't the case. This guy is coming to win. He is legit.
Watch the hands.
It's proven time and time again on Cage Warriors that just because they're international fighters, they fight on circuits that people aren't really aware of, that they, you know, that these are good fighters. And this is he's putting himself in the shot window right now. Narimani now, though, finds himself on top, Brad.
Narimani looks like he's been chiseled from granite, always in absolutely phenomenal shape, and he's going to be able to do some solid damage here if he can just posture up a little, just create a tiny bit of space. Those short, sharp shots from Narimani, yeah, potentially devastating, but a beautiful sweep there from Daniel Requeijo, and Requeijo getting stuck in with punches now.
Yeah, no time wasted there. Requeijo really looking very sharp, but so is Narimani, despite his inactivity. You know, he trains with a good camp. Ronnie Manley there in his corner, an international level fighter himself, Cage Warriors veteran. Narimani just trying to push Requeijo here. Landing some good shots.
Everything Narimani throws is with venom, and a takedown attempt reversed by Requeijo there, and again the fighters from Gran Canaria are on top, and
looking very, very impressive.
Solid grip on the neck there from Requeijo.
Narimani has to be careful here. Doesn't want to keep leaving that head open.
Especially early in the fight, before the sweats really started pouring and making those holes all that bit more difficult to get. Got to be very careful of the neck. Make a nice frame here on the head.
Clubbing blow there by Narimani. Got to be careful he doesn't overextend himself. Got caught twice there.
Big knee from Narimani, and some nice punches behind it. Looked like he slowed his man down just a little bit there, Ian. And Narimani on the neck now.
And that's somebody you don't want cranking up in there. Narimani, lovely knee.
He got the tight clinch in there and drove a huge knee at the middle. Nice punch on the end of it, but Daniel Requeijo firing right back.
Yeah. Just attack by both men right now. Be interested to see just how much Narimani scouted his opponent as well. Again, when with some of the internationals, it is difficult to find footage.
Watch those hands, guys.
And you know, Requeijo, we've had some of his teammates on Cage Warriors before. They've been tough.
Don't hold the cage.
The Tajima team, you know, very skillful all-rounders.
It's going to be interesting to see. Ian, you mentioned it earlier on in this fight that Daniel Requeijo has been very, very active, while Narimani hasn't. And as this fight wears on and we move into the third and the second and potentially the third round, how is that going to come to bear? Will Narimani have enough in the tank?
I don't know, but yeah, got taken down again there. Requeijo, no, he's trying to seize on it, not quite. It's going to be interesting to see if Narimani can keep up his usual pressure for 3 rounds.
Let's take a look at some of the action from that first round, and there's no shortage of it. Nice straight jab there from Narimani. Landed some clubbing shots there.
Man from the Canary Islands gets a takedown there. And again, straight on, pressuring Narimani.
Nice takedown there from Narimani himself, and we saw some good top pressure and some nice short strikes with a beautiful sweep there from Daniel Requeijo, and immediately throwing punches behind it, looking to change the position.
Yeah, relentless. Some facial damage there though.
Yeah, he did take a couple of clubbing shots, and while he was good on the counter, the shots didn't have as much venom behind them as those we saw from that Narimani. Narimani, if nothing else, is a power hitter, able to do huge amounts of damage with relatively little striking output. Whereas Requeijo more of a finesse striker, it seems, at this point in the fight. But let's see how they both look in the second round.
Guys, be a bit more sharp than that. Are you ready, Daniel?
Here we go. Second round underway. And this fight was a bit of a sleeper on the card, Ian. There's a lot of talk about Lou Long and Jack Marshman and Jack Shaw. This one maybe flew under the radar a little bit, and it is perhaps going to steal the show here so far at Cage Warriors 76.
Definitely. I mean, Narimani, you know, living in Bristol, close here to the venue, but obviously the not being Welsh, yeah, of course he could fly under the radar against a relatively unknown international opponent, but so far, you know, the fight's working out, I think, better than a lot of people expected. Nice leg kick there.
Heavy leg kick there from Daniel Requeijo. Nice right hand from Narimani though, and another one behind it. Narimani looking to explode here.
But he's got to be careful, he doesn't get caught as he attacks. He's leaving himself a little open there. Requeijo quite content just to stay on the outside and try and load in a power shot himself.
Keep those fingers closed, guys. Fingers closed.
And the referee just warning against the pouring with the gloves there. It's natural instinct to pour with an open palm to find your range, and doesn't really make a difference in boxing gloves, but with the open fingered MMA glove, errant fingers can be left out.
Yeah. Requeijo there, quite sharp. Catches Narimani there.
And Ian, that's exactly what you said a few moments ago. Narimani coming forward, leaving himself open, and he's getting lit up here by Requeijo.
I mean, he's smiling, but he's getting caught.
Good on the punches there from Narimani. And we've seen this before from Narimani. He loves dragging his man into a scrap, but you've got to be careful about taking too many on the chin at this level.
Nice right straight there. Inside leg kick, switching it up. Narimani throwing a bomb but missing. A real Hail Mary strike there, but Narimani's corner, Brad, keep backing him on, keep telling him, you know, to attack, but look, against Requeijo, really quick.
able to duck under that shot and get
Target
the
those
body lock.
elbows now. Make sure they're right.
Nice elbow there. Nice and short.
Perhaps not going to do anything in terms of knockout power, but they can really cause some damage.
Narimani has to be careful chasing Spaniard down. He's getting caught. Sometimes he's too aggressive, maybe for his own good. Nice knee there though, as they clinch in.
Requeijo took it on the forearms. Nice loose jab there from Narimani. Couple of deep breaths from both men though, and that's not unexpected with the pace they've managed to keep up in the first and second round.
Narimani with his hands down gets caught.
Tags him back with a jab though, and it was Requeijo not being entirely accurate with his opening punches, and Narimani able to land something on the counter. A bit of a turnabout there.
And a really entertaining bout as Requeijo goes for a takedown and gets it. Narimani though managed to stand straight back up and now in a much better position.
Watch those elbows. Bring it in now. Bring the elbows in.
Definitely has to be careful with those elbows.
Of course, you cannot target the back of the head, and you have to make sure they're not 12-6, which frankly a ludicrous rule, but a rule nonetheless.
Unlucky there, Narimani. Looking for a submission, but still ends up on top in guard.
Let's keep busy, guys.
And the Spaniard's guard. Be interesting if he's
Watch
going to
those heads,
fight some elbow strikes. Narimani very, very powerful on top. But it gets reversed.
Not able to get all the way over that time with Daniel Requeijo.
Let's stay busy, guys. Let's keep working.
And Narimani remains on top. It'll be an interesting round to score this, Ian.
I think both rounds have been quite interesting.
Nice butterfly guard there from Requeijo. Let's see if he can manage to effect another sweep here from this bottom position.
If I was Narimani, I'd like to maybe throw a few more strikes here, just secure this round. Especially when he said before, you know, he was unhappy with both his decision losses. He felt he won both those fights. I wonder if that's going to play into his mind later on in the third.
The final few seconds of the round, and Narimani looking content to just take a brief breather there. Plenty of action, fast and furious, coming from both men. Some great counter punching from Daniel Requeijo, and Narimani landing his fair share of shots too. Let's take a look back now at some of the exchanges from that second frame. Big right hand after the jab from Narimani there, and a nice tight uppercut too. Daniel Requeijo though with some nice counter punching there. A little bit more finesse on those shots.
Narimani has to be careful when he's throwing these bombs. He's leaving himself open, but when he's throwing more measured strikes, he's far more effective. And again, Narimani gets tagged. Nice, both men trading. Grappling into position. Narimani did well there to avoid the takedown.
And Narimani looking for the submission there, that Kimura grip. Not able to get it though. Both men looking a little bit slick in there at this point in the fight. It just makes those Kimura grips and any sort of submission really a little bit more difficult to get hold of. And a very even fight thus far as we head into the third and final round. And Narimani's corner,
Okay, guys, look.
up on their feet, willing their man on.
Money man showing some instructions. Looking quite concerned.
Okay, Daniel, last round, are you ready? Now are we ready? Let's fight.
And Daniel Requeijo's corner just complaining that Narimani should have been wiped down there at the start of the third round.
Yeah, I think they might have a point, but it's not phasing him. Both men trade again. Let's see Nad maybe mix it up more.
Nice jab there from Narimani. He's going to look to follow it up with something, but Requeijo again landing on the counter. A big shot from Narimani that time though.
Definitely stunned the Spaniard.
Requeijo just barreling in, forcing his man up against the cage.
Oh, target those knees. Stop. Neutral corner. Tie.
And we saw an advertent low blow there.
Daniel. Neutral
Straight
corner.
down the middle.
clearly not intentional. We're not dealing with dirty fighters by any stretch of the imagination here, but occasionally it does happen in close.
You good?
Interesting, I did see Daniel Requeijo grimace a little bit there and say things to his corner, so I'm not sure if perhaps he's picked up a hand injury there. He did land a couple of solid shots, what looked to be to the forehead, so let's have a look at the right hands from Daniel Requeijo now to see if he's effective in any way. He seems to be able to close the hand properly, so it could have just been lost in translation there.
And yeah, he's just loaded up there twice, so maybe not. But yeah, he definitely did grimace.
Big left hand from Narimani.
And a big knee as well. Narimani now looking in control.
And Narimani going for the neck here. Standing guillotine, and there's the submission. Unbelievable, that came out of nowhere.
Just took his opportunity. Saw his Spanish opponent. It does seem that Requeijo was bothered by something. We're not quite sure what it is, but
I believe he was motioning to his eyes there. He was suggesting that maybe he'd been caught in the eye. He does seem to be bleeding from the eye, so it's possible that a cut was opened. And maybe if there was an eye injury, that may be what caused the submission rather than the choke itself.
he was definitely prone. But now, full credit to Narimani. He saw his opportunity and he took it. And that's what you need at this level. It's another win for Narimani. And I think he's made a fair statement here to other UK featherweights as we go into the replays right now. And Narimani catches him again there. Requeijo trying to fire with a right. Narimani catches him with a right of his own. Lovely jab. Narimani straight down the middle. Big left, big knee. Definitely rocked his opponent. And then Narimani sees the opportunity, goes for the guillotine. Clinical. And gets it straight away. Thinking on his feet. Great work by Narimani. We see another angle. And a huge left. Great work by Narimani. And a thoroughly entertaining fight. As we see his corner celebrate. That takes Narimani to 9-2. Be interesting to see where he goes from here in a crowded and quite talented domestic 145-pound Talman Paul. But fair play to Daniel Requeijo, very tough and really impressed at times. And to those who thought he was just here to just make up numbers, that certainly wasn't the case. But you can't leave an opening to somebody like that, Narimani. Extremely tough, and his first win of the year, and I'm sure he'll want to get back in there soon and try and build a little streak going right now here at Cage Warriors. Great fight. Both fighters just been checked by our team here. Safety first as always. And here we go for the official decision. Brief pause there to make sure
Ladies and gentlemen, a referee, Pete Lavery, calls a stop to the contest at 1 minute and 21 seconds of the third round for your winner by way of guillotine choke, Narimani!